Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. It is August 17th, 2024, and thanks for hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday, and then also follow me on all the different social medias, and then head on over to hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the blog, and make sure that you check out my upcoming book, Carpe Diem Scroto 365 Daily Affirmations, scheduled for publication in November 2024. So, how is everyone doing? And the big question that I have for you is, what did you all think about Jarvis? Um, I don't have him set up today because uh, I just wanted to see what everyone's thought was on having him like kind of show up or utilizing him in my content creation and stuff like that. Um, I know it's kind of weird to utilize AI for a lot of people, but the 1980s sci-fi geeky kid in me is just like, yeah. I'm really excited about um just just a lot of the things that he is able to do, and I see where the technology is going, and I see how it is only getting better. And so yeah, I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Um, and do you want to see more of him, or whatever? So, anyways, this week has gone by kind of quickly, and has also just been really tiring. Like, I just don't feel like I have gotten enough sleep over the last few days, and that everything is just so rushed. Um, like, even right now, at the time of recording this, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I had to fight for my life to get up this morning. Like, literally, I started waking up at about 7, but I just laid in bed. Excuse me. I just laid in bed until about 9:45, and finally brought myself out here. I was like, you know what? You got to do the video. And there's other stuff that I need to do and want to do today. Um, Namely, I need to go to some kind of hardware store and get a pair of wire snippers. Well, I don't need to do that. I want to do that. And I'm starting to think that I know I have a pair around here some goddamn place. I have a whole tool bag of stuff, and in the midst of cleaning, I have no idea what I did with said tool bag. So, but I need to start working on my brooms, which means that I need to take all the brooms that I have put together already and throw or deconstruct them, save what I can, and then take all the thistles and stuff that are on those brooms and discard them some way. I would do like a little burn pile if I was able to do so, but the state of Washington right now is on a burn ban, and we already have one major wildfire like about 40 or 50 miles away from us, and so me burning some shrubbery would probably be frowned upon. So I don't know if I want to just like bale it all together and then take it to Um, on the other side of my property over here, there's like a little wooded area where my landlord takes all the green stuff and kind of dumps it there. So I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to just bag it up and throw it in the trash can. What do I want to do with it? So got I just need to start working on the brooms, and then that also means that I have to go out and start getting more materials for the brooms. So I might call my friend Pam and see what she's doing and see about like maybe going out with her, because I had made mention to her that I was going to be working on the brooms here pretty soon, and she wants the seed pods so that she can spread the seeds through her yard. She's got a lot of hemlock and Queen Anne leaves and other types of poisonous plants, and um, they have horses and stuff, and so she just wants to kind of like replace one noxious weed with another one, basically, is what it is. Um, I don't think it's a good idea, but oh well. And come to find out, people like buy those seed pods, and I was starting to think like those seeds should start to pop any moment now. It's been hot enough, so maybe I could gather some seeds and uh, send or sell them on Etsy or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, my whole weekend plans were kind of up in the air in the fact that Sunday I was supposed to attend the all county picnic for the book and all that other stuff, and my promotional materials never came in. All of the emails from the main director dude that I had been expecting and waiting on were going into spam. I just by chance happened to look into my spam folder and saw them all, and it's just been a flustercluck. And the biological egg carton is back in the hospital, this time a little bit more serious than last time. And further, like, makes the point that she has no business having animals, but her boyfriend is supposed to be going over and looking after the two cats or whatever. But she slipped and fell, and there's two different stories going on. The first thing that we were told is that she had a fracture in her femoral neck, which is the part of the leg bone that connects into the hip socket. And then we were told that she broke or fractured her pelvic bone. Either way, she went into surgery. They put some bone cement on the area and put in some hardware to like kind of hold it and stabilize it. They called, like, everyone was calling me, blowing my fucking phone up, and I was like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Like, and it was kind of scary because I don't. I'm one of those people that always answers my phone, and so the only time I don't answer my phone is if I am away from the phone or if I'm at like the pool or whatever, because you're not allowed to have your phone with you. And it was like one phone call after another. It was like 10 from my sister, 10 from my aunt, like 3 or 4 from the hospital. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? So I called my aunt up, or I answered my aunt after like the 12th time that she had called me, because I was taking a shower at that point and I heard my phone blowing up, but I I was like, damn it, because I usually turn my ringer off or whatever. So I get out of the shower, I go like scooting across the locker room to grab my phone. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? And oh, your mom's in the hospital and they need to know what medication she's on and this, that, and the other thing and blah, blah. I'm like, that's all in her medical charts. Like, the entire state of Oregon, all of their hospital systems are connected. It doesn't matter if she's in Legacy or if she's in Hill or where she's at. All of her all of her records are right there. Why are they calling to ask? So yeah, just dealing with her, and she's detoxing. And mind you, I haven't heard from her for like 4 or 5 days prior to her going into the hospital. And so I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to I'm not chasing her down. I'm not going to do anything to put myself out to like just make sure she's okay. And I didn't. Well, come to find out, on top of her, on top of me not being able to get a hold of her, she was letting her boyfriend person use her goddamn phone. My sister is livid right now because she bought the phone and she pays for the phone services for our mom, not for her, to let everyone else use the phone and her not have a way to get a hold of anyone. I said, well, that is 100% a hill that you are going to battle on. I don't give a fuck about it. Honestly, I thought it was a bad idea for you to even put her onto your plan, but you know what? You you never listen to me. You never like you you have to have this savior complex when it comes to her. So awesome. High fives all around. Enjoy. So and you know, I hate to be that way with her, but she has always been such a toxic fucking person. And growing up, I didn't know any better. It wasn't until I became an adult. Well, I wasn't even really an adult. I was like 14, 15 when I started realizing that this woman is a piece of shit. And it was probably at 16 when everything kind of came to a boil, and I just finally told her, you know what? Fuck you. I don't need you in my life. You need me more than I need you. I'm not going to be here anymore. And that was mainly after she decided to choose the drug dealer that she ended up marrying over me and my sister, and had to completely disrupt the entire house, thinking that since I was already friends with this drug dealer dude, that it was just going to be a seamless transaction, because I didn't like the guy she was with and that she had been with since she divorced my dad. And I'm just like, no, that, you know, I would rather be around the guy that you like divorced my dad and got with than this dude who I know is a piece of shit, who I know is a known drug user and dealer, and um just like, no. So she told me that if I couldn't accept her her decision, then I was a complete disappointment. I was a waste. I was never her son. She never loved me. She only kept me around to like make life harder on my dad, and she should have had an abortion and all this other stuff. And that I was nothing more than just a fat, stupid piece of shit and blah, blah. I said, awesome. Uh, Fuck you, bitch. And I looked right at him and I was like, and you fucking asshole, nothing will ever go right in your life again. And same for you. You think I'm a big piece of shit? Watch how your life goes downhill the second I walk out that fucking door. Because the only reason you have anything going on right now is because I live in this house. I was like, fuck you as hard as fuck you can go. And I left. And I walked home. Actually, no, I walked down to the corner grocery store. I called my dad collect at 9:45 at night. I said, Dad, I'm sorry for calling you so late. Um, but I need you to come and pick me up tomorrow, please. Uh, there is a lot of shit going on right now, and I need to get the fuck out of here. And if possible, probably move back in with you. He's like, oh, I can be up there tonight, boy. It's not. I'm like, no, it's too late. I don't want you out on the road. I know you've been working all day because this happened on like a Friday night. And I was like, no, I know you've been working all night. It's the middle of the or all day. It's almost the middle of the night. I know you've had a couple of beers or whatever. Like, just when you can, get up here in the morning, please. You don't have to be here at the ass crack of dawn or whatever, but, just please get up here. And I'll explain everything I'll explain everything once you get up here. So I went home, and that night I packed everything I possibly could. There was still quite a few things that I had to leave behind that I really didn't want to leave behind, but I just could not physically get them into his car. And I wanted so much to take my cat with me, so much to take my poor cat with me, and I had to leave him behind. And as a kid, teenager, whatever the hell you want to call me at that age, I just didn't have the say. Like, we already had a dog. It was my childhood dog. My dad still had him, and he's like, no, I'm not bringing on another animal or whatever. And I'm just like, fuck, okay. So, like, I'm already emotional at the fact that I am getting ready to move in with my dad and leaving everything that I knew and had built, and leaving all my friends behind, leaving my girlfriend who I had been dating for like 3 or 4 years at that time. So I was leaving her behind. I was leaving all my friends behind. I was leaving like just everything behind to go live with my dad. But it was the only thing I could think of to do. And I just took off. I was just like, bye, deuces. And literally within, I would say, a week of me leaving, she was homeless. Everyone who was living there was barely able to come up with a rent, and it was just fucked. I went back a few months later, and the whole house had changed completely. Like, it was completely overran with just a bunch of drug addict tweakers. And I went into my old room, and people had like already reclaimed my old room, and they were getting pissed off because I was in there taking stuff. They're like, "Hey, that's our shit." And I said, "The fuck it is. This is mine. Shut the hell up. You got any if you think you're going to stop me, yeah, you're not." So I took a few more pieces and then I just looked at everything else and I was like, you know what? No, I don't need this in my life. So to say that I have a strained relationship with her is beyond a stretch. Um, I have more of a functional pseudo friendship with her. Like, it took me a long time to realize that I collected mother figures. I never really collected father figures. And it was like, that was kind of an aha moment. Like, huh, yeah, my whole life I collected mother figures. Like, my grandma was a huge, huge inspiration in my life. And I'm unapologetically, unequivocally a grandma's boy. Don't give a fuck. You know, you can talk all the shit you need to about me, but when it came to my grandma, I I threw hands. And it was just like, don't fuck around with me. You can fuck around with me, don't fuck around with my grandma. And everyone that I grew up with, they all loved my grandma anyways. She was a huge pillar in the community and did a lot of stuff, and no one ever really had anything bad to say about her. So, but it was just like one of those, like, she filled the mother role for me. And then when my biological mom and dad got a divorce and I had to move to another city, there were women there that I found as mother figures, and I adopted whole families, and thankfully they adopted me right back. And so it's just been kind of interesting. Um, so yeah, and yesterday I got a package in the mail from my mom. Um, she's technically my stepmom, but I consider her more of a mother than my biological mom. So whenever you hear me talking about my mom, that's the woman I'm talking about. Whenever you hear, and I'll usually like refer to my biological mom as my bio mom, the egg donor, or whatever else. But I got a package in the mail yesterday, and this ring was in there, and it's not. This was my dad's wedding ring, and I am so happy. I thought it was his. I didn't realize he had this as a wedding ring. He had this big Harley Davidson biker ring that I thought he used as a wedding ring. So to have his actual wedding ring, I wanted the Harley Davidson biker ring also, but um, I think my mom said she lost it or something like that. But she sent me this, and it's just really simple. 5 little diamond chips and silver and gold. And I've been thinking, I've been trying to like debate on if I want to have it cleaned or not, because it's still kind of grimy and the diamonds don't shine like they should or whatever. But I'm like, this was the last thing that my dad wore, and so if I clean it, I'm like cleaning him away, you know. And so I don't know if that's something I can do or that I'm ready to do yet. So for right now, I'm just um, keeping it as is. I had thought about getting it sized up because I don't like this. I don't like the fact that it's on my pinky finger. My mom was like, "It only fits your pinky finger." I'm like, "Yeah, mom, I got big freaking hands." Like, and my dad was a bigger dude too, but my hands were always larger than his. Um, but I would love to maybe size it up for my ring finger so that it fit either right below my Molinear ring or right above it. But for right now, I have it on this finger, and then this ring used to be here, so I wear 5 rings. They don't make rings big enough for my index or my thumb fingers, so I don't know. But anyways, guys, there's a lot of stuff that I should probably be doing today, and I got to get to it. And so if you've watched the video this far, thank you so much. Let me know in the questions, comments section down below what you thought about Jarvis, what you think about um, having him on more as a co-host type situation, and we we'll go from there. So until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.